Why would you want to move to San Luis Obispo? Today, we're going to dive into 5 reasons of why to move to San Luis Obispo, California. My name is PaulSwack. I'm a real estate broker here in San Luis Obispo County. And this is Megan Smith, who is also a real estate agent. And we've been doing these videos for quite a while. Our goal with these videos is to give our clients and viewers information about, the county and the surrounding towns and dive into different things.
Insight on what's going on. We're both born and raised in San Luis Obispo County, so we know quite a bit. We know a lot to share, and we do want you to reach out, ask questions. Feel free to contact us anytime. Yeah. If we say something that you want to dive more into or need more information on, we're always here to share. Yep. So let's get started. We're going to talk about top 5 reasons why to move to San Luis. Yep. Our top 5, why we think you should move. Yeah, there's no real top 5. This is just what we come up with. This is what we've picked out of our experience. So, number 1, and if you've ever been to San Luis Obispo, I'm sure you can kind of get what we're talking about. The incredible weather is pretty much year-round in San Luis Obispo. And comparing it to Pismo Beach, which is where we are now, there's a lot more fog. The marine layer that you get here, even like Avila gets that a little bit. But even like comparing San Luis Obispo to Aurora Grande, SLO has the best weather. It seems like it's always 75 or higher. And you and I both live in Pismo, right? And so there's so many days where, I live in Pismo, our office is in Pismo, and so you kind of live in that fog layer part of the year. You kind of forget that. But then you got a showing or you got to go to lunch or something in San Luis Obispo, and you literally drive 3 miles. And you're in this beautiful sunshine. And I know I've literally gone from my house, going grocery shopping. I'm wearing Uggs, a sweater, and then I get into San Luis Obispo and I'm sweating. Yeah, 5 minutes away. Yeah, and it's a 10 to 15 degree difference. Yeah. So, but overall, it's just the weather there in general. Yeah. You run into, some hot days in the summertime. Not hot compared to a lot of places, but we'll run into, it'll be 90 degrees. Totally. Yep. Couple days in the hundreds, maybe. But overall, it's that 65 to 85 degree weather. Not most all the clouds of the year. In the sky. And obviously during rainy season and everything else, but typically San Luis is so beautiful. It's tough to beat. It really is. It's obviously our number one. And just to give you guys some insight, the way that we come up with a lot of this list is what we hear from everybody. Yes. We're constantly talking and helping people that are moving to our area from out of the area. And we talk to them. We're just what brings you here? Why do you want to come here? And a lot of times it's weather, and a lot of the other things that we're going to be diving into. Totally. So, we reference it in our other pros and cons video of San Luis Obispo, but Oprah named San Luis Obispo the happiest city in the nation. And I think that also has to do with weather, having a lot of sunshine you feel good, right? Yep. You feel good. Day to day, it gets you outside. Yep. Yeah. Yep. I've known people that, have lived in Pismo area and it's too foggy and they don't like it. I know. I don't mind it as much, but they'd rather be in the sunshine. Totally. Right? Yeah. Waking up in that can change your mood drastically. So. Okay, let's go to number 2. So, just proximity. It's where San Luis Obispo is located. Yeah. All the different things that we're talking about with weather. You're, 10 minutes to Pismo Beach, 15 minutes. You're close to going just straight west to Morro Bay and Los Osos. Big Sur. Big Sur's just up the road. You're, 30 minutes to Paso Robles. Yeah. You can literally drive, less than 30 minutes and have a lot of different types of climates and environment. You got mountains. You could have beach, lakes. Yeah. It's just pretty incredible. A little deserty in Paso. Yeah. You can kind of get all of it from a 20-mile radius within San Luis Obispo. Yep. And you can go to Paso and then over that hill is into Cambria. Yep. There's just so many different things that the proximity of our county provides, but San Luis Obispo kind of sits right in the hub of that, right? And vineyards, and there's just it's just so beautiful. It really is. It's hard to beat. It's hard to beat, but proximity is a big deal. Yeah, it just offers so many whatever you're into, you can find that pretty much anywhere in this area. Yeah. So, okay, number 3. Okay, number 3 is the schools and the education here in San Luis Obispo. It's home to Cal Poly Technical Institute, I believe. And so that's one of our biggest, it is our only college in this area, and it's our biggest thing that brings in so many people, so many young people. A lot of parents move here because their kid is going there. They buy homes for their kids to live in. And just the education in general. There's a ton of amazing high schools, Mission Prep, SLO High, San Luis Obispo High. It's just a really good place. If you have kids, you can feel comfortable like letting them go to school.
And Cal Poly is one of the better schools in the state.
Yes.
Anyway, you know,
it's a hard school to get into.
It's hard to get into, and you know, it's a fact that we haven't really talked too much about, but you'll agree with me on this. We see so many people that go to Cal Poly and then they graduate and they go back to wherever they came from, or they, you know, whatever life takes them, they all end up back here. And it's just, it's incredible how many people leave Cal Poly as a student and just make it like a life goal that they want to get back to San Luis Obispo, to the surrounding towns. I think that says a lot. You know, it's like,
so true.
We see it all the time.
And
all the time.
We live here, so I've always stayed. But even my boyfriend grew up in Thousand Oaks area. Him and his sister both went to Cal Poly, graduated, went back to LA, and he has always said, like,
how do I get back?
5-10 years, I'm just trying to get back to San Luis Obispo, and he's here now, and couldn't be happier. And I hear that with so many people I personally went to school with, went to Boise, Idaho, Louisiana, wherever, and they've all ended back here. Even though it is expensive, especially for young people, it's like you would almost rather pay that and be here than somewhere else that's maybe a little cheaper. Yeah.
And being from here, we just don't know sometimes the differences, right? And so like going to college back east, like I had a chance to really get a feel for like something totally different.
Yeah.
And that was an eye-opener where it was like it was on the last day that I was playing baseball. I was on the next flight home. You know, and it was like time to come home, right? So
that's my home. Even though you've been there for 5 years, it's like
you want to get back home, and it's just it's a great attribute to our community. To just have that many people wanting to be here. You know, and if someone's watching this video, why did they search it? Right? It's like the same thing. We all love the area.
I know.
So let's go to number 4.
Okay, number 4 is referencing the college town. It's a really good mix of a college town with a laid back vibe. And in our pros and cons video, we kind of talk about that. Like during the weeks are pretty quiet. Monday through Wednesday, I'd say, are pretty quiet. Thursday, farmers market is so packed, super fun to go to. Tons of people, live music, events. Every restaurant is buzzing. But then and then the weekends are super busy, but then, so you kind of get the beginning of the week, not a lot going on, with the mix of college people going out Thursday through Saturday. It's busy.
So to your point, you kind of get a good mixture, like one of the reasons that people would want to move here is you kind of have like a laid back community.
Small town,
great weather. It just kind of all goes hand in hand. But it's hard to put all of that into one area. Like you can have all these different things, but it's very uncommon that then we have them all in like one town, like we continue to talk about. So
I know.
You know, something else I would say is like for people that are thinking about coming here or searching something online and you get brought to this video. I mean, there's so many cool like hotels and different things too, where like get down here, come visit, stay for the weekend, call us, let us tell you a couple things that you should do.
Definitely.
But like, give yourself 2 or 3 days
to kind of experience it.
Yeah. And then it's just like, you know, you really get a chance to make that decision for yourself.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more.
Okay. Let's go to the last one.
Okay.
Number 5.
Basically
California living.
Kind of what we were talking about.
Same thing without, you know, it's, you're not getting that big town, you know, big traffic.
Compared to Los Angeles, San Francisco,
Orange County. So, you know, you right now in our current like economy here in our real estate world, our number 1 and 2 feeders here is Orange County and the Bay Area and San Francisco. And it's like, if you think about it, you know, like why would you want to be in Orange County, beautiful city or beautiful town, county, all that has to offer? Why would you want to come to San Luis Obispo? You know, and it's like, that being like our number 1 transplant right now says a lot. You know, Orange County is beautiful.
So true.
So it's like the traffic, the people.
And I wouldn't say it's much less expensive here than it would be there. Maybe a tad, but
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So we're getting a lot of that, and people are wanting to be on the Central Coast for all of the reasons that we just said, which is kind of like California living with a small town feel.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah,
and
you're on the coast. It's beautiful, but you still have the small town community. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I think there's just a lot to that, and it gives you a chance to really dive in and see what we offer.
Yeah, and what you value when you're moving somewhere and kind of what your hobbies and interests are. So yeah.
So that's it.
Those are our 5 reasons why we think you should move to San Luis Obispo.
So again, if you have questions, feel free to reach out to us. We want to be a resource for all things real estate for you. And we look forward to seeing you on one of the next videos.
Yeah. Bye, guys.